Gundam Info.
You had another daughter. She must have escaped too. But I haven't seen her. Where is Ariel now?
She's there. Right at Suletta's side. Beyond the veil of the data storm. She's there, waiting for us.
It can't be. You turned your own daughter into a mobile suit?
My wish is to rewrite this world. Everything I do is for Ariel's happiness. I couldn't believe my eyes at first, but from the moment she entered Ilfrith, her biometric code was in sync with the data storm. Even so, the harsh conditions of space were more than her little body could endure. I saved her the only way I could, with a new body in the form of Ilfrith. She lives on as Ariel.
Then you did it using the data storm's network. Transferred her biometric code into your Gundam.
Ariel exists as nothing but permet particles now. Without Ariel to contain her, her consciousness would disintegrate in physical space. But with a permet score of 8, if we can use Quiet Zero, we'll be able to expand the data storm's range. And my Ariel can live a life of freedom. You'll help me, Belle. Won't you?
I can't do that.
You can't. Why not?
It's against the principles of the Vanadis Institute.
That didn't stop you before. Creating enhanced humans with artificial central nervous systems built to resist the data storm? Dr. Carter would be appalled. You know that.
Please stop.
Neural expansion theory wasn't her idea. It was yours.
Stop it! That's enough! Please!
There's no escaping this. For either of us.
And in light of the kidnapping of Grassley CEO Sarius Zanelli, the repercussions of the terror attack at Ostacasia School continue to mount.
The Dawn of Fold, an anti-Spatian terror group, also believed to be behind the recent incident at Planqueta, has claimed responsibility.
Vim Jeddirk, CEO of Jeddirk Heavy Machinery, is dead. Some sources indicate that Benerit Group president Delling Rembrandt was gravely injured as well.
Business administrative law grants Benerit security forces broad discretion in carrying out operations on Earth. But in response to their heavy-handed tactics, Earthian protests have begun to escalate into riots.
The group's enforcement actions have garnered intense criticism, and the response has been swift.
It would seem that confidential group business has been leaked.
Any news regarding Sarius' whereabouts?
Nothing except the single video message he sent us. The front management company is still searching.
What kind of game is Cathedra playing? By now we should have had these terrorists' heads on stakes!
If only you had taken the opportunity during the open campus event.
All these hardline policies have begun to backfire.
And now we have the Space Assembly League taking an interest as well. This mustn't continue.
Agreed. It appears the Benerit Group will have no choice but to elect a new president.
As expected. And you'll be running too, right, Shadik?
It would be a waste not to.
But if President Delling is Miss Miorine's father, doesn't that mean she gets to take over? You can't get to the top of the group just based on your bloodline.
True, although, if she had the backing of one of the 3 branches, she would
Please,
at least...
Shadik.
It was a hypothetical. Well, I'm off. The head office is waiting for me.
So the group's ready to clear my company of any suspicion, right?
As of now, we have no evidence that Gundam was involved.
Great. Best of luck with your hunt.
Looks like we're picking a new president. Good for you. All those students will have to find a new trophy to duel over.
Yeah, good for me. Like I care.
Due to recent incidents, the front is under a state of emergency. All student activities are currently subject to restrictions in accordance with the school's emergency protocols.
The student body's thinned out, huh? Can't really blame anyone for leaving, though. My parents are coming for me next week.
Not taking time off, Roji?
I mean, you're still here too, aren't you, Cecilia?
Someone's gotta stick around in case somebody wants a duel.
So you do take this seriously.
Plus, the princess's birthday is coming up soon. We don't know who her groom is going to be yet. I'm not leaving till we do.
Let me go, Suletta! How long are those spaceship turds gonna keep Nika in custody? Don't get in trouble running around with a wrench.
They already suspended all of Earth House. Please don't go making it worse.
They told us they were still investigating her, right?
It's been 5 whole days!
Look, they were suspicious of us in the first place for being Earthians. It's how they work.
But this is different. They confiscated Ariel. They even locked up my freaking Demi. What's that about?
If you can take a hint from Suletta and just keep cool for the next 2 days, we'll be...
You jerks!
Are you kidding me right now?
Get out of our school, terrorist.
You brought the Gundams here. You set them up to attack us. Dude, you're just talking
None of us knew anything about Sophie or that other girl. Enough. How is harassing us gonna help anybody?
You're covering for your fellow witches.
Witches?
We heard about it from our staff. The witches who invented the Gundams. They threw away pilots' lives in their experiments.
But our Gundams aren't meant to take lives!
That's a lie! We saw the rumble ring! And we saw our friend Jubeju die. 'Cause of you. Now give us our friend back, you murderers! Martin.
You're bleeding. You don't know how bad you guys screwed up!
Enough, all of you.
Miss Miorine, you're back.
That looked like assault to me. So what do you suppose it would look like to the school?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Nika Nanalra. Would you like to become a part of our group? I've been watching you. Your skill as a mechanic, your behavior on campus. If you'll join us, we can find a place for you to continue your studies. You could still achieve your dream of bridging Earth and space.
I already made a decision. I refuse to act like a victim anymore. We may want the same thing, but I can't agree with your way of getting it.
Even if we're doing it for Earth?
Wait, are you saying you're an Earthian too?
I used to be until Grassley took me in. You have no way out of here without us. You can't achieve your ideals. But Shadik and I will make it happen. We'll accomplish the dream of bridging Earth and space.
Let's cut right to the chase. We need you to bring us the Ariel.
Then I'm taking it instead of winning over Suletta Mercury?
The presidential race is beginning. The dueling game is over.
What's more, your performance during the Rumble Ring did little to reaffirm our faith in you. Quite the opposite, in fact.
I figured it was better to watch how the situation evolved.
Unfortunately for you, that event culminated in the confiscation of the Ariel. If you want to live, you'll carry out this mission without fail.
What's the latest?
The company's fractured. There are currently 6 factions.
And we're dead last, right?
We'll be first soon enough.
That's the plan.
Back at last. Feels like it's been ages. Hey, Lola. Petra. How have you two been?
Mr. Gorell?
You're back! Where did you...
Mr. Lauda!
Lauda!
He must have been overwhelmed. After you disappeared, and the incident at Plant Coetta, he had no choice but to take over as acting CEO, and the group started badgering him for answers. As if he had any. They're holding him responsible. I'm sorry, but while you were gone, your father was...
Yeah, I'm aware.
Everything just fell in Mr. Lauda's lap. He never had any time to grieve. I think that's why.
Petra, take care of my brother. I'll take care of the rest.
What? Wait! We're glad you're back.
According to what we've dug up, the front management company isn't involved in this matter.
How's that possible?
Nika Nanauro was most likely taken by a third party disguised as front management employees.
Can you confirm the official departure list?
Not a problem. But there is something I'll need from you in return for that information. Unrestricted access to any and all Gundam facilities.
You want to investigate our company?
In particular, I'm curious about this Shinsei Development Corporation you acquired.
Keep me informed on anything you find.
You're going yourself?
The repair cost for their Gundam was obviously inflated, and they had a ton of equipment delivered to Plant Coetta. Odd for such a low-ranking outfit, wouldn't you say?
You think the group is up to something?
I think the higher-ups want to intervene, and if one group doesn't give them an excuse, they'll make one up. We're going to do our job as mediators. And keep things from getting messier than they have to.
Well, what's up?
The front management company doesn't have Nika.
So, do we know where she is?
They're looking into it for me. Be patient, okay?
Be patient?
Good to hear. We've been digging too, and we haven't found Jack. So, like, you know... Thank you.
Hey, I'm just doing my job.
Great. Speaking of... we're currently suspended from doing business, but we're still incurring maintenance costs.
And we'll need you to authorize a bunch of back payments.
You have a lot of notifications to check, too.
Also, we need you to sign the release for student startup.
Miss Miorine?
Okay, I intend to hear
Keep it easier to
everybody's
get at.
concerns,
That's
but can we
literally
not
what
all
it's there
talk
for.
at once,
Question.
please?
Oh, I was hoping you might come look at the greenhouse.
Lalique, gather up everything you need me to check.
Yes, ma'am.
Greenhouse?
Yeah, greenhouse!
Hello, everyone. Oh, hope I'm not interrupting.
Who's that?
Why are you here, Mom?
She's her mom?
I didn't know you were coming.
The investigators are finished with my questioning, and we haven't had a chance to talk face-to-face since the incident.
I'd love to show you around a little bit if you'd like.
Thank you, but I'm happy to look around on my own.
Aww.
Weren't you going somewhere with your fiancé? If I were you, I'd make her my priority.
Yeah. Good point.
All right, then.
Okay. We'll be back.
No rush, sweetheart. Lovely to meet you all. So, I'm Suletta's mom. Hi.
Sorry about this, Suletta Mercury. Your so-called family's mine now. No response. But didn't it work for number 4? There's already a data storm? Why is it happening now?
Stay away.
Suletta, is that you?
This place isn't for you.
You're not her. Who are these kids? What is that thing? This Gundam isn't normal. It's nothing like the Ferret.
It's far more than you can handle.
I'm acting on orders from the top. You should be helping me.
Well, I can't.
So fiddling with this mobile suit is harder than swapping out a living person's central nervous system?
What else would you have had me do back then?
Huh?
All my colleagues burned, along with everything we'd worked on. The only place I could find shelter was at Pale. I had to hold out hope. I thought humanity had a future with the Gundam.
And what about the future you stole from us? You doomed us to death with your enhancements. Was it just because you're so scared of dying yourself?
That wasn't what I wanted.
Enough of your lies! I'm gonna report this. All of it.
I said it to the Andes Sunlight model, like you told me to.
Good.
You got all my emails, right?
Everyone. 3 a day.
And I didn't lose any duels.
I can see the holder uniform.
Are you mad at me, Miss Miorine?
Huh?
About what happened at the plant. What I did.
If anything, you should be mad at me.
Huh?
If you hadn't been there, my father and I would both be dead. But the way I reacted, what I called to you... I've been wanting to apologize. What I should have said was thank you.
I knew it. It's exactly like Mom told me. She said that if I gave it time, you would understand. And you would realize that Ariel and I did the right thing when we saved you.
The right thing, huh?
You know, run and gain 1, move forward and gain 2. I stood and fought instead of running away. And because I did, you and all my friends from Earth House are safe and sound.
But how can you be smiling like that? I know you saved my life, but still, you just crushed a person to death. It was the right choice to make, but that doesn't mean it's something you should smile about.
But we were the only ones who could have saved everyone, and we did it.
Is that what your mom told you?
Well, yeah.
Would you be willing to do anything your mom tells you to do?
I think anything might be going a little far.
Then what if she said to give up on your dreams of building a school for Mercury?
I think I would struggle with that. A lot. But I guess I'd do it if she told me that's what's best.
Didn't we say Gundam wasn't going to be another weapons company? We chose to build Gundams as medical devices! To save lives, right? What if your mom tells you to kill with them? Will you still do what she says?
Yes. I would if she told me to. I couldn't have come to school if I hadn't listened to Mom. It's thanks to her that I met all my friends. And you, Miss Miorine. So of course I trust her. She's done so much for me. Miss Miorine?
Almost there. Wait for me, Ariel.
Prospera! What are you planning to do with her?
Who, my sweet little girl?
Don't mock me! Suletta does everything you tell her without question. I refuse to let you keep using her as your tool!
Oh, do you? Perhaps you intend to use her yourself. Your father would be proud.
This is about treating your daughter as a puppet! Don't bring my dad into it!
He was always part of it. In fact, he caused it. When he took my family away from me. That Rajan fellow never told you about it then.
Wait a second. What are you saying?
Oh, I'm sure you heard me. 21 years ago, Delling Rembrandt deprived me of everything I cared about. My husband, my colleagues, and my beloved mentor. Your father sent his witch hunters after us. He had the Vanadis Institute massacred. We were the only ones who survived.
You're lying.
When Suletta saved you, you called her a murderer. But this whole life you've lived was bought with bloodshed. You were born into a circle of murderers. Now it's time for you to hear what I hear. My comrades' souls begging for me to avenge them all. They're with me as we speak, whispering in my ear. Take Delling's life the same way he took each of ours.
You and the rest of the grown-ups can settle your own grudges. Go ahead and kill each other for all I care, but leave Suletta out of it!
You're quite the devoted bride, aren't you? Perhaps we should cooperate. Remember Quiet Zero? Once the group has elected a new president, our plan is dead in the water. Unless that new president should happen to be you, Miorine Rembrandt.
You can't mean... But there's no way I could...
Yes, you could. After all, who better to take Delling's place than his own blood-stained daughter?
Next time, on Mobile Suit Gundam, the witch from Mercury. Precious things.
Gunpla. 何も手に入らなくてもできることをすればいいんだって。連れて行ってください。ガンダムのところに。今行くからね。エリクト。私はみんなのこと見ないふりなんてできないよ。HG ガンダムキャリバーン発売。ガンプラ展開中。